Today I'm going to show you my updated brow routine. Here are the supplies you'll need. You'll need a foundation or concealer very close to your skin tone or your foundation color. You'll also need a pencil, brow gel, or whatever you use, powder to fill in your brows. Then you'll need some brushes, including a spoolie depending on what you use. You'll also need either brow wax or brow gel to set. And this is optional. You can use tweezers or scissors to clean up any miscellaneous hairs after you fill in your brows. First, what I do is line my brows with my pencil. Make sure to have a sharp pencil and make sure to know what shape that you want. I like to follow my normal shape that I've created over time and just maybe overdraw a little bit. But I like a more rounded brow, so that is what I'm drawing here. And as you can see, it's not really radical, my shape. It's pretty much the same as my natural shape. Now you're going to fill. If you're using a powder, you'll want to use a dark powder towards the tail end and a lighter powder towards the inner brow. I just like to use the pencil because it's affordable and it's worked for me for a very long time. You're just going to want to use short light strokes in whatever medium you're using to fill your brows in. Now I'm going to use the spoolie to drag some of the product that I used into the front of the brow, because you see I didn't fill in the front of the brow. I'm going to go back in with the pencil and fill it in a tiny bit, but very lightly. But for now, we're just going to brush through the entire brow with spoolie just to blend the product and make sure it's distributed evenly. As you can see here, I am going back in and filling with light strokes towards the beginning of the brow, just because I don't want it to be so sparse, but I definitely want it to be lighter in the front, creating like a graduated effect, because I want it to look as natural as possible. Brushing up towards the front and then brushing back towards the tail end of the brow. Now you're going to grab your angled brush or whatever brush you prefer to use and your foundation or concealer and shape your brow. This is also going to clean up any mistakes you might have had when you filled or lined your brows, but I'm pretty much just defining my brow. The color that I'm using is the one I do use, but since I don't have any foundation, it kind of sticks out, but trust me, on the daily basis it doesn't, and it looks very natural. It doesn't have any sort of halo effect. So yeah, just go on the top and bottom. Some people don't fill in the top, and that's fine. Just make sure that when you're using your pencil or your powder that you are very careful when you shape it and fill it. That way you don't have to use the concealer on the top. But me, I'm a perfectionist and I really like the way it looks when I define both top and bottom brow. But just don't use too much product because you don't want to have to clean up a lot of product, and it's very unnecessary. Now I'm going in with the concealer brush and I'm brushing out the concealer around the brow, just making sure that it blends in with my skin or foundation. Now if you want to remove some of the product or you feel like you've used a lot, you can take a precision Q-tip, the ones that they have for beauty products, and you can remove some of the product. I've done that before and it works just fine. But here I'm using my finger and also the concealer brush to clean up the product and blend it in with my skin to make it look more natural and not to have a halo effect around the brow. Now you can take this time to trim your brow hairs and maybe tweeze a few stray hairs. Now you can use your gel or wax to set your brows. You're going to want to brush the brows up in the front and back towards the tail end. This is just how I do mine. If you want to do it differently, by all means go ahead. But this is how I like my brows to look. And yeah, so just set them in place so that they don't budge all day. Now I'm taking a pencil and filling in a little area that I thought needed to be filled in because I am a perfectionist, as I said. Once you're done with that, your brow is completed. And I'm going to step back and show you how it looks before and after. This is my before brow, which isn't so bad, but it's definitely not the ideal brow for me. And here is my completed brow. I absolutely love the shape, and I hope you guys enjoy this brow routine. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a wonderful day. Bye.